Now Wednesday is my day off and I get a chance to look around the nursery at the plants that are coming into flower and how the plants are actually growing. I'm right next door to this Akebia at the moment. This is the white flowering Akebia. It looks absolutely stunning at the moment, and if I flip the phone round I can show you the male and female flowers. So the Akebia's got male and female flowers on the same stalk, on the same shoot. Here is the female flowers. They're much larger. You can tell that because they've got large stigmas in the centre. And then in the middle of the bunch of flowers are the males, where it's full of anthers. Right next to it is another one, female, larger flowers, not quite opened yet. Female flowers at the bottom. In the centre, male flowers. Let's have another look at a large bunch of male flowers here. That's the male flowers. No females on this at all, but it's covered in flowers. It's absolutely stunning. The white flowering Akebia quinata. Now we've just seen the white flowering form of the Akebia quinata. This is the purple flowering form, and it is predominantly covered in female flowers. Now you can see the length of the style, and on the end there is a stigma right at the very end. That's the pollinating part, and these are very large flowers, and the majority of this particular plant produces a lot of female flowers all over the whole of the climbing shrub. And then in autumn time this usually produces very large purple blue pods, about the same size as a man's hand. It is a very, very useful plant in the nursery, and those fruits that are produced are actually edible fruits as well. Now going into the propagation house, just on the outside I've got some lovely Stachyurus. And on the inside we've got seedlings all germinating. All exciting. Massive pot here of a euonymus with pink berries in autumn. Way too many there. Betula mishixii, a dwarf growing one. Very tiny silver birch, which barely grows about 30 centimetres tall. I'm chuffed a bit. Very slow growing. As you can see, it's taken nearly 2 years to get a decent sized plant out of that. Another euonymus coming through there. It's just germinating. And I'm really excited about this Capressus. This is Lusitanica pendula with lovely blue foliage. Wow, excited for that one. And I only just placed this one in pots just before Christmas. But we've got one seedling just germinated already. Abies forestii. Some Paraceranthes. Albitzias. And some quints that I was really taken by the quints. Look at the foliage on this wonderful berberis. This is Sargentiana. And some of these berberises have got lovely silver on the undersides. That's a really exciting one. The colour on the underside of that. Called pronose. The white silver on the underside is called pronose. So it has a pronose underside to it. Let's go over now and look at the tunnel. I've had to put the Cercidophyliums on the inside. This is a wonderful cinnamon scented, but my God, if the frost comes to this, it certainly knocks the leaves off. So I've had to put them inside just to protect them a bit further. And as I look at the seedlings that are germinating here, there's bud layers coming through. What's this one here? This is another buddleia that's just germinated, and I'm move the gravel around a bit, and then just as I do that, you see all the seedlings that are just coming through. That's one from China, Chinese sea. Tilia nobilis there. Another quince. I'm really taken by the quinces at the moment. There's some wonderful forms, and that one was just one that I made some fantastic jam out of, but it had the most enormous quinces. I thought I've got to sow the seed of that one. And purple leaf malus there. On the other side, I get really excited when some of these start to germinate. That's just a communal garden rosy glow, but on one of them that's turned out to have purple foliage. Impatiens arguta. Cotagus. I like my trees. Isorbus over there just coming through. So lots of germination. Some of the seed germinates quickly, but this is a particular ilex, a holly, that's taken 2 years to germinate. Double dormancy on it. And then once they've been potted on, they take the seedlings out in autumn last year and I pot them on. Some veratrums there coming through. Beautiful leaf, fabulous herbaceous plant. Pine trees. That's Pinus brutii. Staphylia. Cotoneasters, Idacea, Polycarpa. Halwingia. That's Halwingia cuttings. And looking along the border, this is Coreodalis flexuosa, just coming into flower. Beautiful foliage on it. A lovely Acer. An unusual form of skimmia that flowers late in the season with scented leaves. You just crush the foliage like this, it has a wonderful scent to it. And then looking at the back there, there's my beautiful almond. And there's a peach next to it as well that's just coming into flower.